So, in today's clip we're going to talk about the stretch method, as I call it, which I commented on in a few of my YouTube videos and YouTube comments, and people were asking to elaborate on it. So, the guy looking at here is called Pop-Up Pipes on Instagram, and look at his triceps development, it's ridiculous. Especially the long head, look at the long head, best triceps that I have seen in a very long time, and the guy is natural, which some of you might not believe. So we're going to take a look at a few pictures here. Look at him here on the left. He has 22-inch arms, and he contributes that to working his arms 3 times a week. A lot of overhead extensions, and which is important in this video, is a lot of overhead extensions with the partials and very, very heavy weight, like over 200 pounds, 240 pounds, and it's not. Look at this, the stretch on his arms. So doing that puts a lot of stretch on the long head. As you can see in the next picture, his arms looks pretty big. Even in this position, if you can pull off this position really well, this pose really well, your arms look huge. So you can see in the video that this is not photoshopped. He used, there's going to be a few clips where he does the stretch with very heavy dumbbells. So here's only one example. Later in the video I'll show a few other examples, not only with the triceps but the chest. So, look at the long head. God damn. This is what I'm shooting for when I want to build big arms. And it helped me a lot, which I'll show in a few. So, as you can see here, he's going to use this really heavy dumbbell to stretch out his triceps. So he puts it over his head. As you can see, it's like over 200 pounds of a dumbbell. And he's not doing half reps. Actually, the mass of the dumbbell, he hits his upper traps or his shoulders. He touches them with the dumbbell, which stops the. It doesn't put stress on his elbows. Just like when you do a box squat, it's not doing quarter squats. It's doing box squats, so you won't put any pain on the joints. As you can see, the strain on his triceps. How many people do you see that do this? Not all of them, and it's no surprise that he has a especially good triceps development like no other, and in the long head it's incredible. And he said doing partials like this gave him a lot of size, and doing 3 times a week with a lot of overhead work so that his long head gets worked. And my arms have gotten bigger since listening to that advice. Look at this. So here is one more. Look at the long head. So you can see it's not photoshopped. He puts it over his head. Really deep stretch. And as you can see, his upper back and his shoulders stop the dumbbell from going all the way. It's not really going all the way down. It stops the dumbbell from moving in a bad direction. And it's not putting strain on his elbows. It makes the muscle work. And also the one thing that he does, which will be shown in the next clip, is partial shoulder presses with one arm. I used to do this, and this is really good for explosiveness in the bench press. And as you know, when you have a really big bench press, you usually get big triceps. Not all the time, but it's pretty common. Eric Spottle also, he's a big bencher, competitive bencher, so he has huge triceps. And Pop-Up Pipes, the guy in the video, as you can see, he's awesome. I follow me on Instagram, he follows me on Instagram. He does this. Now listen to this.
Hey guys, happy Thursday. Had a couple questions about how to develop triceps. So all we want to do is incorporate as many different angles as we can possibly create in a set. We want to continuously stimulate primarily the insertion point in the tricep, but as many different angles. That's it, baby. Have a good Thursday.
You heard he does angled kickbacks. And that helped me also. So you rotate your wrist position, and as you can see, my triceps are pretty big here. Not really, don't want to brag. 18-inch arms. Here's another picture of me with the M2 machine gun. Look at the long head. It comes all from the stretching and doing the overhead extensions 3 times a week. So putting a really big stretch in our arms will get them bigger. This is a picture of me and my sister looking aesthetic as fuck. Juicy. That was a reference to the golden one. I also use the same method on my back using cheat ropes because they stretch out the lats really well. And as like I said in my previous video, doing weighted chins with a lot of weight. Now, this next guy, Arnold Schwarzenegger, doing heavy dumbbell flies. Look how deep he goes on those flies. This is what I said. doing really heavy flies and going really big on the stretch will put huge hypertrophy on your chest. People say dumbbell presses, barbell bench press will bigger chest, which is true, but why Arnold has such exceptional development in his chest, I think it was because of these really heavy flies and putting a lot of stretch on the chest. That was a turning point really for him, as you can see. Look how full his chest is. How many guys do you see with this back chest right now? And look at the depth on the reps. And this next picture will put even more truth behind my points here. As you can see, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Serge Nubret. Serge has better chest, but Arnold later on got better than him in the chest department, and I think it's because he does heavy flies with stretches and also weighted dips, which are the best exercise for the chest in my opinion. So I hope that helped you, and have a nice one.